Today's story, The Emperor's Egg, is written by Martin and illustrated by Jean. We're going to read this story and learn about the emperor penguin. The emperor penguin lives in Antarctica. Let's read the story to find out more. The title of this story is The Emperor's Egg, written by Martin, the person who wrote the words for the story, and illustrated by Jean. The illustrator is the person who drew the pictures for this story. Down at the very bottom of the world, there's a huge island that's almost completely covered in snow and ice. It's called Antarctica, and it's the coldest, windiest place on Earth. Down at the bottom of the world, the South Pole is Antarctica. The weather's bad enough there in the summer, but in winter it's really terrible. It's hard to imagine anything actually living there. But wait, what's that shape over there? It can't be. Yes! It's a penguin! It's not just any old penguin either. It's a male emperor penguin, the biggest penguin in the world, and he's doing a very important job. He's taking care of his egg. Male emperor penguins are about 4 feet tall. The females are a little smaller. He didn't lay it himself, of course. His mate did that a few weeks ago. So the male emperor penguins take care of the egg. The female emperor penguins lay the egg. But very soon after the female emperor penguin laid the egg, she turned around and waddled off to the sea. That's where female emperor penguins spend most of the winter, swimming about, getting as fat as they can, eating as much as they can, and generally having a nice time, as far as you can tell. Emperor penguins eat mainly fish, squid, and tiny shrimp-like animals called krill. Which leaves the father penguin stuck on the ice with his egg. Now, the most important thing about egg sitting is to stop your egg from getting cold. Inside the egg, a penguin chick is starting to grow. If the egg gets cold, the chick will die. That means it has to be kept off the ice and out of the wind. And what better way to do that than to rest it on your feet and tuck it right up under your tummy, which is just what the father penguin does. And that's how he'll stay for 2 whole months until his egg is ready to hatch. Can you imagine it? Standing around in the freezing cold with an egg on your feet for 2 whole months? That's a pretty long time. Female emperor penguins lay 1 egg in May or June, which is the beginning of the winter in Antarctica. There's nothing for the father penguin to eat on land, and because he's egg sitting, he can't go off to the sea to feed. So that means for 2 whole months with an egg on your feet and no dinner, or breakfast or lunch or snacks. I don't know about you, but I'd be very, very miserable. Miserable is another word that describes how we're feeling if we're not happy. So miserable is an uncomfortable feeling. Luckily, the penguins don't seem to mind too much. They have thick feathers and lots of fat under their skin to help keep them warm. And when it gets really cold and windy, they all snuggle up together and shuffle over the ice in a great big huddle. Most of the time, the huddle trundles along very, very slowly. But sometimes, when the penguins get to a particularly slippery slope, they slide down on it on their tummies, pushing themselves along with their flippers, always remembering to take care of their egg, trying hard not to bump into each other. And that's how the father penguin spends the winter, until one day he hears a chip, 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 chip. I wonder what that chip, chip sound is. Do you know? His egg is starting to hatch. It takes a day or so, but finally the egg cracks right open. And out pops a penguin chick. Now the father penguin has two jobs to do. He has to keep the chick warm. That's his first job. And now he has to feed it. But on what? The chick is too small to be taken off to the sea to catch food, and it can't be left behind on the ice. Well, deep down in the father penguin's throat, there is a pouch where he makes something little like milk. And that's what he feeds to his hungry chick. The father penguin can make only enough of this milk to feed his chick for a couple of weeks. But just as he's about to run out, a dot appears on the horizon. It gets closer and closer, and yes! It's Mom! She starts trumpeting, hello! And the father penguin starts trumpeting, hello! And the chick whistles. The racket goes on for hours, and it really does sound as if they're extremely pleased to see each other. Every adult penguin has its own special call, like a fingerprint. Chicks have their own special whistle, too. As soon as things have calmed down, the mother penguin is sick, right into her chick's mouth. Yuck! You may think, yum, thinks the chick, and gobbles it down. It's the mother's turn to take care of the chick now. Now the father sets off to the sea for a well-earned meal of his own. About time too. The end. Comprehension questions. Pause the video to answer the following questions. Where do penguins come from? How is the penguin egg kept safe and warm? Who keeps the penguin egg safe and warm?